Hi, I'm Nigel Hicks. I'm a professional photographer based in the southwest of England. I want to just give you a little quick tip today about changing lenses. Now, when I'm running workshops, I very often see among my students, you might like to call them, people sort of very either reluctant to change lens because the lenses are stuck in a rucksack on their back and they can't be bothered to change lens, or when they do change lens, they spend ages doing it. They take the lens they no longer want off the front of the camera, and then they leave the front of the camera exposed for a long time before they then eventually get the new lens out of their rucksack and put it on the front of the camera. Now, you really don't want to do that. You don't want the front of the camera exposed, because while the front of the camera is exposed, there's a potential for dust and all sorts of things to drift inside the camera. If you have a mirrored camera, then the dust may settle on the mirror, it may settle on the shutter screen. If you have a mirrorless camera, then the dust will go straight onto the shutter screen. Now, what happens then, once you finally get the new lens on the front of the camera, all that dust is trapped inside the camera. You press the shutter button to take a picture, the mirror flicks up, if you have a mirror, the shutter screen opens, and all the dust that's there then gets sucked onto the sensor by the electric charge. So you end up with a sensor that gets dirtier and dirtier. So you really want to keep the front of the camera exposed for as short a time as possible while you're changing lens. And I'm going to show you how to do that. So this is what we're going to do. Firstly, we need to have all the lenses that we use on a regular basis easily available. We don't want them stuck in a rucksack on my back where I can't get at them quickly. We need to go to change lens quickly and easily. So the lenses that I use most often, there are 3 lenses I use most often, but those lenses I have in a pouch on my side here. So one lens is on the camera, of course, all the time, and the other 2 lenses are in this pouch on my side. Other things that I might use occasionally, like a bigger lens or macro or flash gun or some filters and so on, they'll sit in a rucksack on my back and they just get access from time to time. But those things that I'm using all the time, 3 lenses on the camera and in this pouch on the side. So now I want to change lens. What am I going to do? Well, first of all, first thing to do is to release the lock button on the camera and then just turn the lens ever so slightly, just so that lock doesn't re-engage when I let go of it. Obviously, you don't want to turn the lens so far that the lens falls off when I let go of the lens. It stays in place, but it's no longer locked in position. Then I go in the pouch and I take out the lens I want, this one. Then I hold it in my right hand, take the cover off the back, move it to my left hand, release the lens off the camera, put the lens on the camera, and then put the lens back in the pouch and do the pouch up and make sure nothing can fall out. And that's it, job done, I'm ready to go. Just seconds needed to actually change lens. The front of the camera is only exposed for a few seconds, so therefore minimising the amount of dust getting in, and they therefore get onto the sensor once the sensor becomes charged when I'm taking a picture, and it's all nice and quick. So there you go, dead easy. I hope you found that useful and enjoyable. So if you did, then please click like and of course follow my channel as well. Thank you very much. Talk to you again soon. Bye.